Whenever a new small crossover SUV hits the scene, it's a big deal because we're talking about the fastest growing and one of the most competitive segments in the auto industry today. And next to me is the latest revamped entry, the 2020 Ford Escape, which has been redone from the ground up with a new look, chassis, drivetrain, and tech, which has brought me to Kentucky to get some seat time in. The most noticeable change to the 2020 Escape is the new design. That's lower, wider, longer, and frankly, refreshing to see after its predecessor's not-so-brief 7 model year run. Up front, Ford says there's some Mustang inspiration in the grille, while things like the tapering roofline, active grille shutters, wheels, underbody shielding, and even optimized taillights make the new car the most aerodynamic Escape to date. Inside, the Escape is spacious in front and in back with the sliding rear seats, intuitively laid out and built from nice materials. There's also a lot of cargo space in back with 33.5 to 37.5 cubic feet at your disposal depending on the position of the rear seats, and then folding the rear seats down unlocks 65.4 cubic feet. The Escape's tech story is also substantial. In all but the base S model, a Sync 3 infotainment system with an 8-inch touchscreen is standard, offering a Wi-Fi hotspot, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa, and Waze integration. On the range-topping titanium trim, a great-sounding 10-speaker B&O audio system is in charge of tunes, and it also gets a fancy 12.8-inch digital instrument cluster. And then for safety, forward collision warning with auto braking, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning with lane keep assist, and auto high beams are standard. Adaptive cruise, active park assist, and a head-up display are offered. Moving on to the driving part of the equation, the new Escape will offer 4 different drivetrains, including a mild hybrid and plug-in hybrid that you can find out more about in a separate video. For the gas lineup, a 1.5-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder engine will be the volume engine, making 180 horsepower. I had a small sampling of it, and I can say that power was serviceable, but more time is needed in it before I can pass final judgment on it. What I can tell you about is the upgraded 2-liter Turbo 4 that's available on SCL and titanium trims that churns out 250 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. It's darn quick. Boost lag is a non-issue. It pulls hard at all revs to make driving the Escape a bit more fun and allows it to tow up to 3,500 pounds. Both engines work with a new 8-speed automatic transmission that rips off mostly smooth but not the quickest shifts, and from time to time, a rough rogue cog swap does take place. Dynamically, the new Escape is more athletic thanks to a 200-pound lighter curb weight, lower center of gravity, and retuned suspension. Punching up Sport Mode makes steering heftier for quickish turning, control body roll, and admiral grip through corners. So you can definitely push the Escape some, but I wish steering was a bit tighter off-center. But for regular commuting, normal mode lightens steering, but it's still responsive enough, and the suspension does a great job smoothing out bumps. So it's a comfortable ride with an incredibly quiet cabin, making it a great crossover to buzz around town and down the expressway in. When the new Escape hits dealers later this fall, it'll start at $24,885 for the base S version. This full suit titanium is a bit more expensive, beginning at $33,400. And those numbers fall in line with competitors like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, which are 2 of the strongest players in the segment that I can say that Ford is once again in the conversation with, thanks to the Escape.